Well, howdy, 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 y'all. Teresa here. Just me and the critters. Brad just left to go to the post office and then go to work. It is February 9th, 2017, Thursday afternoon. It's 1:44 p.m. Let's see what the weather is. Weather, where are you today? Weather, where are you today? It is 69 degrees, real feel 68. The high will be 69 and the low will be 39. What? What? It's like frigid temperatures for us. What the hairy heck? Really? Means I'm gonna have to turn the heater on tonight. Dang it. Probably put on a pair of socks. Dang it. Really? Part of that cold front coming through, you guys up there in New York and stuff. Getting that winter storm, Nico. Is it Nico? Yeah. I know a friend of mine lives up in Pennsylvania, and such a sweetheart, love her. Said they got 8 inches overnight, but she's all right because she's a loomer. She's got plenty of yarn, fruits and vegetables, and a warm, comfy home and her hubby, so it's all good. Let me see. After we took the nap yesterday, or I did. Yeah, Brad did too. He laid down too. We did go ahead and make the pizza with the cauliflower rice. Jury's still out on that. My thing was, and I didn't mind the cauliflower at all, but the crust was still kind of soggy. Now, it was on a very small cookie sheet that fits in a toaster oven. So it was a little thicker than I think it should have been. And it just wasn't crispy. So, I'm assuming, and we didn't put it on parchment paper because my husband wasn't sure where it was. So, and we thought putting it on tinfoil would be okay. But then it was on a cookie sheet too. So that's probably part of it. If it was crispy, I think it would be just fine. So I have to try it again. And then I folded up a whole bunch of laundry, put that all away, of course. Put fresh bedding on my bed. Did the dishes and stuff. And just kind of messed with the dogs and everything. Because Brad was on this laptop, and I was just using the tablet. I was just kind of fiddle farting around, and then I did some looming. Where am I? There they are. My 2 hats I did for donation is this hat, and that's real fuzzy, So, yeah, and that's some... Actually, this is not scrap yarn. I've used most of my scrap yarn. I'm having to get into the regular stash, which is fine. But, so, yeah. Well, there's that one, and then there's this one, which I thought was cute. See, this little diamond patterns. So, yeah, neon green, and then all the different blues. So, those are my 2 donation hats for yesterday. I like to try to get 2 donation hats done a night if I can. And I usually start those, later at night. Those are what I'm doing when I'm watching TV or I don't usually watch my TV. I consider watching through the computer. I watch some YouTube stuff. I watch some programs I like through YouTube, like the Cheaters and stuff. I got my husband watching a lot of the prank videos and stuff. So, or else we watch Netflix. Nixie, stop. She's being really amped up. Nixie, if we do that, we're not going to get a treat. Are we going to leave it? Come here then. Are you going to leave it? Good girl. You're being a good girl, Nix. Come here. Okay. And a Charlie. Let's see. And then there's one for the mama. So, good girl, Nixie. That was such a good girl. So, and then this morning, then we went to bed. The end. No, we went to bed. And then I realized when I woke up that I had slept with a hooker all night. I sure did. I slept with a hooker. My looming hook. Had to get going, didn't I? Now, where is that thing? No, I done lost it. Anyway, you know what the looming hooks look like. And I was making my bed when I got up, and I'm like, that had to be uncomfortable. I slept with my hooker. My looming hook. And, that kind of bothers me. I don't know where it is. I like those big orange ones by KP or something. There it is. This is what I slept with all night. I know. Don't even ask. I don't even ask. And so, because I usually take this bag. This is my bag. I have separate bags for stuff. But this is my bag. I have all my different scrap yarns in and stuff. And just different, skeins of yarn and stuff. That I usually take this in back. And that's what I work on at night. Yeah, when I woke up, it's like, wow. But we slept really well last night, pretty well. And then this morning, we've been getting packages ready, and Brad just took those to mail out. And because I did a painting for a friend of ours that we've had for well over 30 years, her and her husband, and we used to all live in Wyoming, of course, and I worked with her. And this was before I knew Brad, and Brad worked with her. And then we didn't realize that, you know, we knew this mutual person and stuff. And she's a really super gal. And they no longer live in Wyoming either. They live in Arizona because of her husband's health problems. I know that in some aspects she misses some of the countryside of Wyoming. We do too, a little bit, not too much, but you know, I miss the mountains a little bit, and I do miss the snow a little bit. Not the coldest and stuff, but just it is pretty. So, but anyway, I did this painting for her, and so she doesn't know anything about it. So we're mailing that out, and then I had Leanne Live had ordered a pair of slippers, and then I made something else, couple something to go with it, and that is mailed out today. So I always enjoy doing it. I enjoy boxing up stuff for and mailing it out just to surprise people and make them feel good. Let's see. And then I did my blood sugar. My blood sugar was 146. So if it's 150 or below, I don't have to take my insulin, so I don't need to take my insulin. And for breakfast, or my first meal of the day, which is actually basically kind of lunch, I had scrambled eggs with fresh spinach and baby kale in it, and with a little bit of mozzarella and then salsa. And then I also had tomato and baby cucumbers. And so that was really good. I felt like I ate a little heavy yesterday because we went to the China buffet and I did really well there. I mean, I only had one thing of sushi, you know, one little piece. And there was just a little tiny bit of breading on some of the shrimp I had. I didn't take anything else that was breaded and deep fat fried. I didn't take any of the rice or noodles or anything. But, you know, I know it was salty. And I felt like I ate a little heavier than normal. So, you know, and you can tell when you're on a healthy eating plan, you can tell, you know, your body kind of gets fine-tuned in. It's like And last night I could tell I did not take my water pills yesterday, and I could so tell. I definitely have to take them today. After I get done here, I'm going to sit and answer some emails and answer some comments. I just haven't felt real social this week because of with what happened with my daughter and her best friend and stuff. It just kind of threw me for a little bit of a loop. Made me do some deep thinking and stuff. And, so I just didn't feel real social, and it wasn't anything against anybody. So I'm going to sit down and do that. Before I clean house. Then I'm going to clean house. And then I probably will just do some looming. I'm not going to do any painting tonight because I like to do the painting on the days that I don't have to clean house. Because it's just how I kind of do stuff. I'm going to do that. I'm going to do some painting and stuff tomorrow. But one painting I started I'm not feeling, so I'm going to just kind of shove that sucker aside. It might stay that way for a couple years. That painting I just finished and sent off to my friend, I had started that painting probably about 5 years ago, and I just wasn't feeling it. And I just got to a certain point, and I just kind of left it. And then through talking with her and stuff, and then I was going through some of my paints and stuff, and I saw that painting. I'm like, I know exactly how I need to finish that. So, that's about it. Been having a fibro flare, so I don't feel like I've gotten in as much activity as I want to. That's something I'm going to be working on more next week, is being more physically active. Boy, there's a lot of sirens today. I don't normally hear very many. It always makes me kind of sad when you hear sirens, because you think, or I stop and think, somebody's having a really bad day. Somebody's having a really bad day, and it's like whatever you got going on in your life probably isn't as catastrophic as you think it is. That brings me to my topic. Today is to embrace each day. I know it's so easy as we get older, or I feel it's so easy as we get older, to really kind of keep reflecting back in yesteryears. Things we used to be able to do. The way things used to be. Different periods of our life. Especially as we get older and we face some health problems. Some of the health problems we can help make better. Or possibly get over. And then some of them you just never will. And we know that. But for me, I think it's really important that I don't let any of my health problems define who I am. Just because I have fibromyalgia doesn't mean I'm fibromyalgia. It just means that's one of the conditions I have. Along with, several others. I consider it just life. Yes, there's days where that may consume a good portion of my day. Because maybe that's flaring up, or maybe, some of my other diagnoses are flaring up. Whether it's a mental health one or it's a physical one. But that doesn't define me. And I can still embrace each day and appreciate each day for how beautiful it is. And that it's another day we get to be alive. It's another day that we were granted to be here with our loved one. And to really hold on to those moments and make the most of every day, because, you can be having one of the crappiest days ever. And later that day, it can become extremely good, or vice versa, or the next day can be just phenomenally good. And if we didn't have some bad days, we wouldn't appreciate the really good days. If we didn't have hardship, we wouldn't appreciate when things are going well. My husband made a comment last night. He felt like he wasn't making much money. And it's like, with what we went through when we first moved here and what we went through before we moved here, I have no complaints. If I have enough money to buy food and pay my bills, I'm pretty darn happy, because it hadn't always been that way, and it isn't always that way. Sadly, for a lot of people. Because how many people do you know that aren't having the medications they need because they can't afford them? We all know somebody, probably. How many people do you know aren't eating the way they should because they cannot afford it? And I don't care what people say, because you always can have somebody going, well, you can afford the fresh stuff. You can afford, this and that. And it's like, I'm sorry, but ramen soup, sadly, is a lot cheaper than produce. Hot dogs are a lot cheaper than, a nice cut of fish or chicken. I mean, when you really, really are struggling to make it ends meet financially and to buy groceries, sadly, you can buy a big bag of chips a lot cheaper than you can buy a bag of apples. And it shouldn't be that way, but it is. It is, But I think we need to embrace each day and try to stop and just reach out a hand to somebody around you, whether they live right next to you, right by you, or through the internet. Just a quick text to go, hey, I'm thinking of you. Hey, I love you. Hey, it's going to be okay. Hey, you okay? We're all very blessed. Especially if you're watching this, it means you have internet, and it means you have something to watch, a device to watch YouTube on, and that we're able to make this connection. So I've really been doing a lot of reflecting, because when somebody passes away, the finality of that, when somebody passes away, that they will never enjoy the warm sunshine again. That really kind of gets to me. Or they'll never see another child born. Or enjoy that wonderful first cup of coffee in the morning, or a hug from somebody. So we really need to keep treating life as precious as it is. That's just how I feel. Not play the victim. Not sit and think, why me? Poor pitiful me. The world sucks. Nothing good ever happens to me. It's like, no, it doesn't. And if you keep a positive frame of mind, sometimes I think we get in such a negative frame of mind, we can't see the good things that do happen. Like I said, I was raised in an extremely negative household. And you always felt like you were kind of on pins and needles. There was quite a bit of fighting. I'd hear my father call my mother the most horrible names. And it does affect children. So, I hope everybody has a great day. And Angie, I'm thinking about you. Please text me if you get a chance, just to kind of let me know you're doing okay. she's not had anything bad happen. So, and I'm not going to say any more than that. It's just, we text back and forth. I'm her for a couple of days, and I know why. I just want to check and say I'm thinking about you, and I always enjoy talking with my friend Anne. Hopefully Linda and I will get a chit chat on the phone tonight. I'm looking forward to that. You know, I do enjoy the text messages and the IMs and stuff so much. I enjoy the comments so much and the emails and stuff. If just because I haven't responded doesn't mean I haven't read them, So I will take care of that here in a moment. So anyway, I hope everybody's doing great. Remember that I love you guys and I do cherish your friendship so much. And I do think you guys are awesome. And I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Bye.